Right, right, right. Left, left, left.
There we go. That's perfect. You're great. Wonderful. Nice work, Bobala.
All right, now can we do it again with your shirt off? Howdy! Welcome to Senran Kagura Estival Versus.
Midori, please, no.
Wait, that seems like a bit of a typo. How's about Festival Purses? There you go.
Midori, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please.
The public has spoken, Gumi Boo.
And by public you mean one person asked for this and they are probably regretting it right now. No.
all right. Fine. The bit is done. The bit is done. There you go. My one true fan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what I like to call the Unmonetizable series.
Probably. But I picked it, and I felt like giving summer a last hurrah while we were getting so cold and snow was starting to fall. So here we are. Here we are with Senran Kagura Estival Versus.
Yeah, we're giving summer a last hurrah at the end of October.
You're welcome, Summer. All right, so we can talk while we play. Let's start the game up.
Talk while we play. That's kind of the point of a Let's Play. Yes.
Yes, but my point is that we need to give them something to watch while we talk.
They were looking at a very pretty title screen. They can deal.
Yes, they were looking at a wonderful title screen of Yuri in a wet shirt. All right.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about this game? This was your pick, so you are the expert here, Midori.
I have a lot to say about this game and this series in general, and I don't even know where to start.
Okay, good. Then I'm just gonna go off and do my own thing. I'm gonna look at cat videos while you're doing this.
No, I need somebody to bounce this conversation off of. You stay.
Okay, fine.
All right, so let's get started, shall we?
Sure, yeah, that's a good place to start, is at the beginning.
Alright, so Senran Kagura, in case you don't know about it, is a series about ninjas. And it's very weird how sometimes it seems to take itself seriously. Like, it seems like it takes itself seriously sometimes in weird ways, and yet it's very campy. Like, it's very clearly... It clearly only exists for the large amount of fan service that this series provides.
In other words, it's one of my least favorite kinds of fan servicey things. Because if you're gonna do fan service, at least acknowledge the fan service.
I think they do, like in their own way. Like, I mean, just look at Peach Beach Splash, for crying out loud. Like, they are aware that they're a fan service series, but they try to give the series a plot, and sometimes it just falls a little short.
Like porn.
Yes.
Porn sometimes has a plot, but you're sure not there for it.
Like, I remember my first experience with this series was with the manga, like with a manga for this series, where they were talking, like, it had such stupid dialogue. It's like, we are good ninjas, and we battle evil ninjas.
You almost said bad ninjas, didn't you?
Yes, but they call them evil ninjas. Like, there are good ninjas, and there are evil ninjas. Like, painting a pretty black and white picture. It was so stupid, the dialogue, and the best part was they reiterated it at the end of the first chapter. Like, they needed to drive home the point. We are good ninjas, and we battle evil ninjas.
I've actually been trying to listen to you while reading this, and I've got to say, this is probably one of the most long-winded intros to a fan service game I have ever seen.
That's exactly what Senran Kagura does. It gives you a very long-winded introduction, tries to have some story mixed in there, but it's a lot of fan service. So, So yeah, it's giving us a bit of story. I could just skip this, but it's giving me something to talk over. So
And if we have to suffer, so do you.
I'm sure that there is somebody out there that is like, I haven't seen this game before. I'm just pausing it so that I can read this dialogue between their conversation because I am invested. I want to try to be invested. And you know what? Good for you, viewer. You do your thing. You be invested. Don't worry.
Meanwhile, the other 95% of our audience is going, where are the panty shots?
Where are the boobies?
Yeah, at this point, I think it's safe to say that Senran Kagura is relatively well known, at least among those who are really into the Japanese gaming scene. Like, if you don't play JRPGs,
Time for a bit of amusement.
Yeah. If you don't play JRPGs but you still like Japanese games, chances are good you know that Senran Kagura at least exists.
Yes, and I will admit, I really do like this game. Like what's the term for it? Hack and slash?
In this style of game, if I remember right, it's basically a Dynasty Warriors style hack and slash. Yeah, a Muso game, they call it.
Yeah, and I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we're introduced to Ryobi and Riona. They are sisters. They have weird eyes. Like, one of them has a brown right eye and a... Is it brown? I think it's brown, either blue. Like, they both have two different colored eyes. Yes, it's blue. See? And they're in opposite spots. It's like, that's how you know they're sisters.
I don't remember many school uniforms that I've ever seen that intentionally expose the back and the midriff like that. We're starting early, folks.
There
we go. That's what everybody came to see. I'm just, in my head, I'm trying to picture, are we actually going to be able to put this up at all? At all.
Riona, the blonde-haired one, her stick is that she's an extreme masochist, however you pronounce it. And Ryobi is a flat-chested tsundere.
And that basically sums up their entire personalities.
I mean, kind of.
Here's a bit of a fun thing, folks. When Midori moved in with me, that was my first exposure to this game. Was when Midori brought it out while we were unpacking, and I was amazed and flabbergasted by the fact that she was able to name almost every single character in this game, despite there being, like, what, 30 different playable characters in this game, each with their own names and backstories and motivations.
Yeah, like, that was the weird thing. I went into this game just expecting, like, well, maybe the hack and slash part looks have fun, and there is fan service, like, so why not give it a try, at least for that. And I ended up, like I said, like it tries to get you invested, and I guess I didn't finish that sentence. It succeeds. It's weird. It's hypnotic, like that.
Yes,
like that chick. Right
there's something very, very hypnotic about this.
Yeah, that's Ryoki, their sister, who is dead.
Keep it going. Keep it going. You're the walking encyclopedia of pervertedness here.
It's weird. Like, it seemed like they were a lot closer, but now they're like running a long distance.
Yeah, I just want to. I will not blame anybody who doesn't want to watch this, because having seen some of the cutscenes and some of the special attacks and whatnot, I know how over the top this game gets with its fan service, and I know that can definitely make some people very uncomfortable.
I guess something that I should mention about these two is their backstory. Of course, I can also tell you what the heck is going on right now. So which one should I start with?
Strap in, folks. We're in for the long haul here.
I mean, I guess this gets explained, but so that you guys aren't in the dark, what's going on is that they're performing a bit of a festival. They're performing an Estival.
Keep it going, Midori. Don't slow down here.
Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying that?
Because you keep slowing down. It's like you're waiting for a laugh track on a sitcom.
I'm not waiting for a laugh track. I'm a little bit invested too. Like, I kind of want to read what's going on. And
But that's why we decided to play this game, because you had already played it and you knew what was going to happen so that we could keep the conversation going. I didn't slow down in Banjo-Kazooie.
Well, you need to help.
I'm trying to, but you keep going on like you've got a huge information dump to go. I can't...
I'm sorry. Okay, so...
Where are the swimsuits?
These two, their backstory... Their backstory is that their sister died. Their sister died at the hands of an evil ninja academy.
The end.
And they wanted revenge on behalf of their sister, so they joined the academy as students so that they could find out who killed her and get revenge on the school. But then they found out that they didn't kill their sister, and as it turns out, there's honor in evil. So they ended up becoming like full-fledged members of the Evil Girls Academy team.
That's their full backstory?
That's their full backstory.
Okay, then.
And now they saw their sister Ryoki here, and they're like, "Oh my God, is she alive? We have to go towards her. We have to save her."
Now this is something that kind of bothers me about this particular game. This is a Musou game, right? A Dynasty Warriors style hack and slash. Very over the top, lots of flashy moves that make absolutely no sense if you stop to think about it. Its entire, one of its main selling points is the action, right?
Yep, and here comes that action.
So, which is good because we are 12 minutes in before we finally have gotten to any sort of gameplay.
We started on the loading screen, hun. You can't count that.
No, I count it from the moment you load the game up to how long it takes you to actually get to gameplay. For the type of game that this is, I honestly think that it takes way too long to get started. Like, I compare it in my head to something like Hyrule Warriors that actually that threw you into the thick of things much, much sooner. And was also, in my opinion, a much better Musou game, but we'll get into that later. And then even Fire Emblem Warriors, which I do have a lot of legitimate grievances with that game, I do feel like it gets you to the heart of the matter a lot sooner than this game does. Also, are you just going to keep that camera angled downward this entire playthrough?
You noticed.
I did notice, yes, but I wanted to finish my point before I called you out on it.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to reiterate, the Unmonetizable series.
Okay,
boy.
And this is kind of the tutorial level. It's teaching us how to play. Well, the entire prologue to this game is one tutorial after another. I will be completely honest. And it's a good thing that they do that, because there is a lot to know about how to play the game.
How so? You mean it's not just a button masher?
No, it's, I mean, maybe a little bit. You'll see. Bah.
Okay, I'm watching, and here we go. This is what everybody comes to a Musou game for. Though these minions have some very impressive boob windows. I mean, seriously, that is not practical in the slightest. The moonlight is going to be shining off of those things, giving away their positions. And oh yeah, when you defeat enemies in this game, you strip them down to their underwear. And sometimes
As
further than that.
As you do.
Mm-hmm. Now, I noticed that you do have Riona as a partner in this game. Can you switch between your partners, or are they just there to be helpers?
They are there to be helpers. Like, whoever you are playing with, in that level, like, the game wants you to experience every single character in this game.
Uh-huh.
Except for one.
Yeah, that sounded kind of bitter.
It's very bitter, and I'll get into that because we'll get there.
Okay.
All right. Teaching me about the ninja art. Just refreshing myself a little bit. Sorry for any silence.
Okay, then. Apology accepted, I suppose.
So when you do your when you have at least one ninja art scroll, like no matter how low you are on clothing, because that kind of determines your health in a way, weirdly.
So as your health goes down, you lose clothing, is what you're saying.
Yes. And no matter how low your clothing count is, if you use the ninja art scroll, then you upgrade into your super form and your outfit is restored. Every character has a unique super form outfit, and that's where they can actually use a lot of their more powerful moves. So you kind of want to save it until after you've weakened your enemies a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But, well, hello.
It's kind of a magical girl transformation sequence as well.
A very fan-servicey one, yes. God damn, that jiggle would make Dead or Alive jealous.
And now she has boobs. Congratulations, Ryobi.
So, yeah. These girls are teenagers, by the way.
Are they?
I assume so. I mean, aren't they going to high school?
Yeah, but so were the characters from Monster Prom.
Yes, but that game made it very clear that there was a specific reason why. It was also an American-made game, I should state. They made it very clear there was a reason why they kept the characters older than, like, 18 in a high school.
That's Riona's super outfit. It's very angelic.
Yes.
And slutty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That is a capital V right there. I apologize for the silence.
Oh yeah. You shut up. So when you're in your ninja, like your shinobi transformation state, you can use super moves when you have scrolls, which you build up by beating the snot out of enemies. Alright? You don't unlock your ultimate secret ninja art until like much later in the game. Everybody has one, but like basically when you have 5 scrolls, you can start doing it. But only after you've leveled up enough that you have 5. Which doesn't take long in this game. That's one of hers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other one. The one that takes 2 scrolls is a directly in front of her attack. The one that takes only 1 scroll is a around her, like a crowd disperser kind of thing.
Right.
So if you're surrounded on all sides by enemies, you can just do that.
And every character's is different, right?
Yes, literally every single character is different. Heck, some of their ultimates, like some ultimates are actually like just a move that is really powerful, but some of them is like a secondary transformation that sends them into a whole new state where they become like really hard to hurt and really powerful, and it lasts for a while. Those are some very, very powerful characters. I really like Riona. Yes, Riona.
Just as a character?
Like, even though she's incredibly masochistic, she is so bubbly and fun. She is
well, yeah, she can't... Midori. I'm sweating here just thinking of all of the demonetization we're going to get.
Oh, is that why you're sweating?
Yes.
But,
yes, it is.
But yeah, like, even though Riona is so slutty, she's like a puppy. She's
very slutty puppy.
Yes, a very yes, sure. That's what she is.
Getting back to what you said about in gameplay earlier, I will say that is something I will give this game credit for, is keeping all of the characters relatively unique in their playstyle. It certainly doesn't make this game very balanced. I mean, everybody is going to prefer particular characters over others, but compared to some of the other Musou games I have played, where, oh jeez, where they try to save time by basically just copy and pasting fighting styles and special attacks from one character to another. That was one of my big problems with Fire Emblem Warriors, was the fact that since it uses a class system, it takes away a lot of the uniqueness of certain characters. Like, you have two people who use an axe, but then both of those characters are basically going to play the same. All mages in that game play the same, with the exception of Leo, who is a mage, but he's on a horse, and so forth.
Yeah, but I will admit that there are characters in this game that, like, I really don't like playing as.
Mm-hmm.
And I will admit, Ryobi is kind of one of them, because her fighting style is meant to allow her to have, like, some long-range capabilities, what with that triangle move just being pulling out her gun and shooting it. But it's kind of weak compared to some other characters. You know, you just press triangle and it does that.
Like a plum. A sour plum. They're trying to be poetic here, and I don't think it's working.
It's not working on the characters themselves either. But yeah, it's something that those of you who are actually paying attention to the character's dialogue might be noticing. Ryobi has some baggage with her sister. Excuse me.
Wow.
That was my baggage.
Yeah, it seems so.
Ryobi's baggage is that before her sister died, the last thing that she said to her was that she hates her.
Mm.
And she has regretted it ever since.
God, this animation is kind of choppy.
Kind of. But it gets better in the anime that just came out about it. Hey, sweetie, I got an idea for a series we can do a commentary on.
We need to have a nice gap between stuff like this so that I can recover afterwards, please. Oh my god.
Recover? Okay, how long do you need to recover? An hour or two?
Oh, come on.
And now she has a different outfit on. The outfit that she wears during the game, I think. Oh, I think that's her super form outfit, actually.
Mm.
But yeah, she is an actual character in this game. The thing about the festival that I can now talk about, the thing about the festival that's going on here is that it's a festival of souls. All the ninjas, like the hordes of ninja armies that they fight, they are all ninja girls that lost their lives in battle and have regrets. And this festival is meant to allow them to move on to the great beyond.
Which is why, of course, we humiliate them by stripping off their clothes and soundly defeating them.
By giving them a final battle. Okay, here's the intro sequence.
Oh boy. And we're probably going to end the episode right after this because we've been going for about 24 minutes now.
Yeah, this will be a great place to end the episode.
Yeah. I'm tempted to just cut off the episode here and leave everybody with blue balls, but
here's a bunch of kind of fan favorite characters from the game, and they're all wearing white swimsuits for some reason.
Yeah. Since this is going to be the end of the episode, I should stress here, I'm going to be kind of hard on this game as a game, but it's fine for what it is, and I'm not trying to shame anybody who enjoys this sort of thing, because these types of games can be fun. I just don't enjoy games that are constantly throwing stuff like this at me 24/7.
I can understand that. I've had some bad experiences with some animes that do that.
Yes.
What was that one anime called? Icon?
Icon Club, you mean? Wow, you actually managed to sit through Icon Club, huh?
Well, it was only 2 episodes, and I was actually watching it with, like, 5 friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who insisted, like, half of them insisted that the other half of us watch Icon so that we can see the travesty and horror of just how bad that is. But yeah, something that I find amusing about this is that it just reminds me so heavily of how popular pop idols are in Japan.
Yeah, and that's still a thing that's going on today. But now...
Yeah, just big pop idol groups of just dozens of women all at once.
AKB48 is the one that comes to mind. Okay, don't push X yet. We're going to pause the episode here. We'll see you all in episode 2, if I decide to put it up. Because if YouTube rails against us too hard for this, I don't know what we're gonna do.
I accidentally called her Yuri, but her name is Yumi. I guess I just want the Yuri that this game provides.
Bye!
Bye! Goodbye!